All right, welcome back to another race. This is the ZHQ Futureworks circuit race that I jumped into. Um, I haven't done many B grade rides or races recently, and I've really need to start doing more of them. So I've picked this one, and joining the race, I realised that they have the charge and boost feature turned on for this particular crit. So I've not used this before, and this was pretty interesting. I chose the middle option, which I think maybe in hindsight might not have been the right one because I absolutely blew up in this race. I wasn't able to keep up. Not that I've been racing very much anyway, which doesn't help, but certainly I think using the boost method, the middle option, knocked me around a little bit. So anyway, we've got the Champs-Élysées circuit. I think there's 2 laps after the lead-in, and the race is about to start. So kick the gear up, push the watts up like I normally do, and then I can see the charging features come up. So I've hit the charge. I thought best to get this battery filled as quick as possible, so that I might be able to use it. Now, there's not too many riders in this particular race. It's, what are we, 12 in B grade? So I'm not too sure whether big groups or small groups are better or worse. Small groups, well, they can blow apart pretty quickly. Big groups can be hard to fight off, I guess, or at least you can hide in the pack somewhere, but we'll find out how we go. So I've hit the charge for the first half of the boost, and I've now hit the charge for the second half of the boost as we're sort of coming down the back straight. Now at this point I was unsure what the strategy should be to use these things, and I'm kind of thinking like they're charge ups, like power ups. So in my mind I'm thinking I'll try and use these for the slight uphill path up to the arc, and that's going to help me with just staying with the pack. So I know that I'm just not going to be able to hang on at this sort of rate, climbing up even the small inclines. So at this point I'm sort of thinking, well, I'll hang off, I won't use it just yet, and we'll come around and we'll see how we go. But even now I'm starting to think, oh, gosh, 166. My limit is about 178. But I know that once I start hitting the 172, 173, 174 area, that, yeah, things are not looking so great. But anyway, we'll hang on. So we might speed this little part up as we get around the back of the course. Trying to stay off the front, but not slip too far back. I usually like to sit around about third or fourth or fifth wheel, enough that I can see the front of the race, but still get a good draft, because that's the only way I finish these things. I don't mind this spot, but yeah, I don't want to be here for too long. I'm trying to get back to maybe fourth or fifth. And then we pick up our first power up. Now I was interested to see, I've got the steamroller. I've not had this one before, and I had to do a little bit of reading after the race to see what it does. And what it does apparently is it will smooth out whatever road you're riding on and make it feel like a asphalt, smooth asphalt. So in this case, with the cobbles, it makes that a lot easier. And I didn't realize how easy, but I shot to the front here pretty quickly and was putting a little bit of distance between myself and the pack. And of course, then I've kicked up the boost as well. And I was actually surprised to see how fast that drained. I thought it would go for a bit longer than that. And I sort of hit a bit of a false flat here. And I'm backing it off a smidge to let the riders come up, because there's no way I can continue going at this level. And I've hit the boost again. It's here that I've realised that this strategy is going to work. So I'm sitting at 168. Feel like I'm starting to creep into that red zone. Now the riders come through. Now I know from having read about the charge and boost feature, that typically what you want to do is you want to charge it up while you're either in the pack or going downhill. So I knew enough not to charge it here. And I'm trying to put in a little bit of power just to pick the group up again, because I can feel that I'm slipping off. And Wilson's come past, and I thought, oh, I'll hook on here. But man, I was struggling even now. And I think, nah, this is done. This race is over. All right, so I'm on the flat. I'm charging again. Trying not to drop Wilson, and we've got another rider come through. Another couple. We form a little gruppetto here. And it's really only after charging now on the boost mode, that I realise how much of a hit you take in the watts per kilo when it's charging, because it's just tough. Even downhill here, it's taking off 100 watts. We'll pick the group back up. And so really now it's a battle for last place. Alright, so we're down at the flat to the back. I think as a group we're kind of going on okay. I kind of thought that maybe we're actually picking up a bit of ground here. So I'm trying to stay with King. He's pushing, what, 4.2. Backed it off a bit, and now I can see that the front group's coming back to us. So, wow, this is interesting. So I've gone from thinking, man, I'm just blown up here, and then with a little bit of effort, we're reeling them back in. Heart rate's coming down slightly, but this is not too bad. And it's about here that I think that, perhaps I've had the wrong strategy with the charge ups, and I start to use them much more frequently. So I was really surprised at this point to be back here. I thought that was it. The race was over. Sort of halfway into the first lap out of 2 laps. So I hit the boost, and I'm hoping that I can pick him back up and charge up before we start the climb up to the arc again. Yep, so I get back on, but I know that this is just not going to work. I'm cooked, and it's just a matter of time now. Yeah, so I'm just really struggling here now. Hit the boost again, trying to just hold onto this pack. But I know the climb's coming, and charge, charge, charge. Hoping for a good power up. So get the arrow. They just use that straight away. Now, if I'd known how well the steamroller power up would have worked, I definitely would have saved it for the second half of the race here. Because that really just made it so much easier. I think that final climb to the arc would have been where I would have used it. So I've hit the boost again. Anything I can do to hang on is my thinking process now. But I know this final climb up is just going to do me in. And I can see the front riders are just riding off now. And I'm going, that's it. There's my race done. But we've still got a couple of riders behind us. So the trick's going to be not to come in last. I'm kind of hoping for a drafting power up. Which is what I get. So I'm looking close at the two riders behind me, and I want to pick them up, have them come past, hit the power up, and just try and recover a bit. So I've got Matsura there and R. Wilson. And there I've hit my boost, my drafting boost. Just close that gap a little bit. And just try and recover for 5 or 10 seconds. But even now, even with the drafting boost, I still feel like I'm just not able to hold on. Wilson comes around, fills that gap nicely. And I think that saved me a little bit. Hitting a boost, backing off a little bit, and just trying to recover. I feel like I really should know the names of these roads a bit better than I do. But I think, isn't that the museum? Oh, I don't know. So down to 1.5 k's left. Down through the tunnel, hit the boost again, just to help with a bit of a kick up the other side. And whilst I didn't really want to be in the front, I thought, well, it doesn't look like he wants to be there either, so we'll see if we can't share it out a little bit. 800 meters to go. I'm going to come around that slight left-hander. And Wilson's back in front. Excellent. Alright, so he's hit the burrito. It's funny, I didn't actually notice he had done that until just now, looking at the video. Alright, 500 meters to go. And I'm wondering whether he's going to give this a a squirt or not. Just pick my time, 300 meters. And it's about now that I start thinking about going. The arch is just up ahead in the distance. Hit the first boost. Actually, I hit the B twice, and I can see Wilson has seen it, but either left it too late or just didn't have it. And so I probably could hit those boosts a bit earlier and just gotten it done. But anyway, here's what it is. And 8th overall. And yeah, that's the boost mode. So thanks for watching.